So I've been letting the game run, and surprisingly, after messing with BlueStack settings for a while the other day, it has not crashed through the entire time that I've been running this, and it has just gotten reworked, so I kind of wanted to talk about it. Quickly, we are getting close to 4K subscribers, if you guys want to be a part of that. No pressure or anything. But I kind of like the change to this, to be honest. I should be able to see how many I got throughout the entire thing, because it has been able to do all 12 runs in a row on auto. So let's kind of see what the ending result is. Kind of curious. All right, so that was just about par for the course, I guess. I didn't have a whole lot of anvils on me though, so let's see how many we have in total. 751. I'm pretty sure I maybe had like just a couple of anvils, because I've been using them a lot lately. So 751 isn't bad. I know I just did the Fort Solgris stuff where you get 10 free anvils by using Green Gother's outfits and stuff like that, but I think I only had like maybe less than like 30-40 anvils. So 700 anvils roughly is pretty decent. I know that a lot of the times, like if you had like a really good maxed out Festival King and you were running the right team for that, I know a lot of people were able to get roughly around like 1,000 anvils or so, which is really good. But the new clock dungeon is pretty nice now. It's not super like RNG based. I mean, well, I guess it is technically RNG based, but I feel like the missions either used to be a lot harder, or maybe level 90 and Super Awakening 5 has like helped that out a lot, because I haven't run it in a long time. I had 6 of these broken clock tower things saved up. Actually, I think I had 7 because I ran the Super Awakening coin dungeon once as well, I think. But yeah, I had been saving up a lot of these hourglasses and stuff like that for the rework of the Broken Clock Tower, because I wanted to try and test it out, because I thought it was a little bit friendlier. So the big changes that they made were the last stage now, which is probably the one that you would want to run to get the most anvils and stuff like that. Instead of it being open for an hour and you just being able to do it as many times as you want within the hour, it's now open for the full day, but you only get 12 runs, meaning that you're not really limited a whole lot to like trying to finish, you know, the last dungeon X amount of times or whatever. Like you can get all 15 runs in on the last dungeon within 24 hours, I would hope. So just being able to run that, I kind of like it better like that. Like, I'm sure you could probably get better results if you were able to set up like a team to farm really fast. But previously, I've not really had a whole lot of luck with making a team that good. I've just been literally using my regular farm team, which is just, I mean, exactly what you would expect it to be. It's literally just Lost Vein and Sariel, Gother, and then Death Pierce in the back. So I mean, I was able to run that on auto. No one died the entire time. It pretty much just did its job. So I don't know, I kind of like the new dungeon. I like that it's limited to 15, which is what it is. Obviously, you would kind of hope that there would be, with a 24-hour time limit, you would kind of hope that it would let you run it more times, so that way you could get more out of it. But I kind of see where they're coming from, like limiting it to that. We got 700 anvils, which I really can't complain about. So I think overall, it's not bad. Maybe the old design was better if you had the right team for it. But I kind of like that this one is a little bit less time consuming, I guess. Like, it still probably ended up taking me around probably not a full hour, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour ish to do all 15 runs, but I think that was pretty solid. I didn't have a terrible time doing it. Like, you can obviously just put it on in the background and do whatever you want to do while you're waiting for it to finish and everything like that, but I kind of liked it. I don't think I remember if they've really messed with this one a whole lot. It's on a 30-minute timer. Actually, I think this one is pretty much the same. They just have I think the stamina changed on it, so it's a lot more stamina. I think the coin dungeon is just absolutely just awful. Because on this one you pretty much still have to run that very first stage and just quit out of it if you don't drop a chest on the first couple of enemies to try to maximize your rewards. And then if you get really bad RNG over and over and over again, you end up like running out of time. Like, I think if any of them needed to be time adjusted, it was probably this one, because you're still limited to a certain amount of runs regardless. So if this one got like put to 24 hours, I think it would be fantastic for this one specifically, because then you could go into the last stage, which drops more coins, and you could try to like do the RNG thing where you kill the first like wave of enemies. If they don't drop a chest, you back out of it so it doesn't consume your run. You go back into it. It takes a lot of stamina that way, and the RNG can be pretty harsh, but I would be completely willing to do that if there was enough time. But with only 30 minutes, it's really hard for me to even get enough RNG to do the very first stage, because a lot of the stages in the Super Awakening Coin dungeon are pretty difficult. Like the enemies are just very, very tanky. So I don't know. Coin dungeon still needs to be reworked, but I kind of like the Anvil dungeon the way it is now. I think it's a lot more consistent, maybe is the word that I'm looking for, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because I don't really run these dungeons all that much. I literally have been saving these up for a while, but now that there's a character that I want to build a new set for, it's nice to be able to run anvils and stuff like that, so that way I can work on my gear. But that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more content in the future, and I will see you guys in the next video.